In this video, we'll be taking a look at Gatekeeper by Infected Mushroom and Polyverse Music. Gatekeeper is a volume modulator capable of sample fast and precise volume modulation. We'll take a look at some of the presets, then we'll take a look at how we can very quickly and intuitively draw and edit our own unique envelopes. We'll take a look at using Gatekeeper as a MIDI trigger and also explore how we can use it to enhance and control transients on an audio source. So I have an instance of Gatekeeper loaded on this bass sound here. Let's begin by turning it on using the bypass button and scroll through some of the presets. You can either use one of these as an envelope for your bass sound or as a starting point and then quickly, very easily start editing these. We have a smoothing algorithm to reduce clicks and pops on the audio. As well as input and output volumes to dial a bit of gain back into your audio. We can also set up 8 individual envelopes within one instance of Gatekeeper and switch between these. These can also be MIDI triggered. Now let's take a look at this lead sound. I have an instance of Gatekeeper loaded on here again, and I've drawn in my own custom envelope on here. Let's unbypass this instance of Gatekeeper. Very quickly and easily add in your own nodes, double clicking anywhere and then dragging them to the points. You can hold Control and click on the envelope curves to adjust the curve. We also get boost and clip controls in Gatekeeper. So I can highlight a number of different envelope nodes at one time to apply global edits to them, either clicking or shift clicking. I can add extra envelope nodes to a selection. I'm going to highlight all of these nodes here and then right click. I get a couple of extra options for editing in here, including this boost times 10. This adds a boost to each one of these envelope nodes. Giving me quite a nice plucky sound, but a big spike in volume. So we can now use this in combination with the clip and apply either a soft or hard clip. Which not only controls the level, but also adds some nice clipping and distortion. We can enhance this by driving the input or backing it off. And we also get a delay built into the plugin. Now let's take a look at how we can use Gatekeeper as a MIDI trigger for another audio source. I've got this Serum synth sound loaded here. And I've got an instrument channel with nothing loaded but these MIDI parts in here. I'm going to go to the empty instrument channel first and load in my instruments, load in an instance of Gatekeeper. Go back to my synth channel, take the output off, then go back to my MIDI trigger and using the sidechain drop down, select my synth channel. Take autoplay off, and now we're using these MIDI notes to trigger this synth sound. And so we could initialize this instance of Gatekeeper now and draw in our own custom envelope. We could either double click to add nodes in here and start tweaking these around, or we could very quickly use one of the envelope presets that comes with the plugin. So I can dial up one of these, and now I can click and drag to add a series of envelopes according to the beat grid divisions set over here. And of course, once we set these, we could put our pointer tool back on, and then we can edit these. Turn on the clip, drive the input for a beefier sound, or even just add boosts to individual nodes to accentuate different sections of the audio. We go back to my MIDI file that is triggering here. You can see quite a lot of variation in the velocity. So back over on my instance of Gatekeeper, I'm going to dial up some velocity in the modulation section. Take that autoplay off, and now make this instance of Gatekeeper velocity sensitive. So we get some variations. Take back with our drums. You can see Gatekeeper works as a mixing tool for controlling and editing transients. We have a built-in clip and boost for added bite and character. And we can draw in endless different envelope shapes in a very intuitive, quick and fun way. Be sure to check out Gatekeeper by Infected Mushroom and Polyverse Music, which is available now at adsrsounds.com.